Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It is March 15th. It is officially the Ides of March, which marks the middle of the month. I just did a little reading up on all that from way back in the days of Julius Caesar's. Got some history in my inbox this morning, so I did read that. And we are live, and I have no idea, you guys, if this is going to buffer. I'm going to guess that it's going to, because it is. I had every plan to hit the go live button at 1:45, and technology. That's all I can say is technology. 15 minutes goes by so fast, and it's gonna buffer, you guys. And if you're watching me live, just know that I think it's going to buffer, just like it is buffering for me now. And we're gonna time it and see how long it takes to get the buffering to get out of its system. And for those that are watching the replay, I don't think you're gonna experience the issue at all. I did my little speed test right before I went live. Hi, Jennifer Jones. I did my little speed test right before I went live, and it was 11. As soon as I was live, it drops it to 6. And so we're going to give it about 10 minutes, hopefully, and I will talk for a little bit in the beginning here about stuff. So I think that's all we're going to do. I have some more trial and error things that I need to do. I didn't have time to do them this morning, but we're starting to believe that maybe it's the technology in my devices that needs updating. Maybe it's Switcher Studio, and maybe it wasn't my router the whole time anyways. I'm not sure, you guys. Still buffering, but I am going to comment in here. But hopefully, I'm going to put in here, guys, still buffering, but hopefully it clears up very soon. Hopefully it clears up very soon. So I was talking to Tyler's brother last night, who is an IT kind of person, very soon. He said I need to take my new router that's in here and install it and put it into my house, and then do a private YouTube live with just myself and run some tests based off of that and just see if it even works. So we'll see here. Hi, June DeGraff from northern Wisconsin. No snow yet. Hi, Corinne Bouvier. Hi, Sandy Wicklander from North Dakota. Sandy, I hope that you made it back home safe and sound. Yep. Jennifer, it's buffering, but we noted that it might take about 8 to 10 minutes for it to clear itself up and then be done. And so we'll see what happens. You guys, this is a morning class for me. I probably sound like I just woke up. I didn't just wake up. It's been a couple hours, but my voice in the morning is always morning voice. And then that stuff, I don't know if anybody else ever gets that, but apparently my mom says that I get it from my dad because he does it every morning, and he has since she's known him. All right, Jennifer, sounds good. Yep, hang in there. And just, we're not going to quite start the class. We'll talk about how this class got started, which I think a bunch of you know that. Hang in here. Count maybe 8 to 10 minutes. We'll put it here. 8 to 10 minutes. You guys, I did not bring Tigger out here for this class. I need all my focus and energy on this card that we're going to be creating kind of on the fly. So it's a different class. It's a different class, you guys. I've never done anything quite like this in my life, or my stamping career, I should say. To me, this is kind of the reverse of what mystery card night is. I'm going to grab my binder too so I can share this with you. So this class, I'll tell you a little bit of history on this class. It was the brainchild of a bunch of us. It always takes a bunch to commingle and come up with ideas, right? Hi, Sherry Everett. We were back in January, and we were starting the new club class that I'm doing, the technique club class that I do with Rose Coleman, who's in Canada. And I needed to buy a binder to put all my my technique cards in. So like, I'm gonna flip this down. So I bought this binder, you guys. It says favorite recipes. I bought it because of the cover, right? I will maybe eventually get rid of the favorite recipes, but maybe I'll leave it. Not sure. Creates extra work by changing it. But when you open it up, it had the page protectors that I needed, the 4x6 page protectors. And so when you're part of my technique club, you get the card at the top, which goes with the description at the bottom. And so we've done, that was January, and then we did February, and now we're doing March. So March is the aqua wash technique, and Rose is teaching that next week, Tuesday, the 21st. I have 2 scoops left, no paha, 2 kits left, 2 of this class left, in case anybody still wants to place an order in the month of March to get the 3 cards kit and then the little cards here for your book. But what came in this book was about 50 of these recipe cards. And somebody said, I should send them out to people and get recipes from people. I'm like, maybe not. Like, I don't know. I've got so many cookbooks in my kitchen right now that I hardly ever open up. So what I am going to do is send these out to people who request them. And so the first person to request a recipe card was Mary Lemke. And so what happens, you guys, is... This is some happy mail, you guys. This is from Miss Linda Hall. I liked the saying on it. It says, life has already given us the most perfect gift. And it says, and that gift is each other. Hi, Linda Hunt. And so I thought that was a perfect thing to share with you guys because we all have each other. Yes, we certainly do. So that was my happy mail that came yesterday. So in case you guys are wondering... hi, Cheryl Bentley. Good morning from Kansas City, Missouri. All right. I'm going to show you guys how you could sign up to get this recipe card. So I'm only sending it to people who are requesting it, right? I'm not going to just randomly put it in people's packages like I originally thought, because I thought, well, what if I send it to somebody who's never going to do anything with it? I want this to go to people who are serious. And so we've had Mary Lemke, Sandy Wicklander, Kathy Stewart, and Millie Kindle. So I have 4, right? So we have March, and hopefully Sandy or Millie get, or Kathy get me one back soon. So we have one for April, and then we have May and June. So we've got some lined up. And if for some reason I start to get a bunch of them, I'll do another ad hoc one somewhere in the middle. But you're wondering, where do you go to get it? So what I have is I created a button on my homepage for my events calendar. And so when you go to cardsbycrispy.com and you click on today is the 15th, if you go to the Share, Create, and Inspire class, it's called Share Create because it's share a recipe, create a card, and inspire others. And so when you go into this event for today, you can click here. It says click here to be taken to the form. You have to fill out a little form in Google Docs, and it asks for your email, it'll ask for your address information, your phone number, and you fill this out. I even put it on here, do you promise to send back the recipe card? And I said, no, but you better not choose this, LOL. So you just fill out this form, you guys, and then I will see that, and then you can, you'll get one of these. So I just mailed Millie Kindles out to her, and so you're wondering, well, how do you know when this is? So I've put it on my calendar every month. So it's usually the same day as my monthly class that I do in person. So if it's like, look for like the second Wednesday of the month. So here, like April 12th. And then, did I not do May? Hang on, I had to have done May. Oh yeah, it's the 3rd. So May's a little bit wonky, you guys, because I have the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip that I've earned, and I will be gone for like the last half, and so the monthly class got moved up to the 3rd. But every time you go into one of these events, it's always the same, and you always just have to click here. And once you fill it out once, you don't have to keep filling it out. I see it right away. And then as soon as I see it, I'll pop that in the mail to you. So that's how you can sign up to participate in this little endeavor with us, you guys. So let's see if we're still buffering. Yep, I'm still buffering, but you guys, we are 9 minutes into it, and we're gonna see if it clears up. So the first time I did this live here was Monday, and it took 15 minutes. I might write that, you guys. It took 15 minutes to, by Diane's house, it was a little bit less. It took 15, I'm just going to write, you guys, it took 15 minutes to stop on Monday, just so you guys know. So you might find something else to work on, or, you know, as you're watching in the background or listening in the background. But I don't ever, just a reminder, if you're watching right now and the buffering is not something you want to experience, I never want anybody to experience any undue hardship because of me. So the general feedback is that the replay is always there. And it doesn't buffer in the replay. So I'm going to pretend like you guys are still there and we're doing a nice little live class. And hopefully I get some comments every now and then. That's what I'm going to hope for. So I'm going to run this similar to Mystery Card Night in a sense that, hi Jeannie Parker, good morning. I'm going to run this in a sense that I want you guys to share the cards that you make. And so I have Kelly at the moment, hopefully this morning, creating a graphic for me that I will share in the Facebook event, just like I share in the Mystery Card Night, that says, share your beautiful creations here. Hi, Randy Schultz from Southwest Michigan. And so I want you to share cards that you create. So let's back up a little bit. So you guys saw the recipe card. Mary Lemke sent me a recipe card. Okay, she also sent me this. She actually sent me two, you guys. It says, do not open till after class, and then a special card for Christine. She actually sent me two. Mary Hartman's not buffering. Yay, woohoo. Okay. That's good. Well, I'm still buffering. I just saw that I was buffering, but I'm glad Mary Hartman. Oh, yes, Mary Hartman. Sorry, Mary, I read that wrong. I thought it said you are not buffering, and it says you are buffering. Yes, we know Mary Hartman. It's buffering. Yep, we know Doral. It's buffering. If you guys look back at my comments, you can see it's buffering. I can see that. So we get that, but we're still going. So Mary Hartman also sent me two cards. And do not open till after class, and card for Christine. So what I'm looking for people is to fill out the recipe card with a recipe for a class, kind of like what I do for Mystery Night, where I give you like clue 1, clue 2, clue 3, and that's how Mary did this. She wrote clue 1, clue 2, clue 3, and then 4 and 5, and hopefully at the end we get a card, okay? So then, and on top of it, because she was actually here this weekend, and she left this here, she didn't mail it. So what I'm hoping you guys do is you mail this together for me in like a bigger envelope like this, so that when I get it, you know, it'll be just hopefully a regular postage stamp. Maybe it has to have additional postage, but what you're gonna do is send this to me, and then I am going to open up your card at the end of class so that you can see what was created by you. And then now that's where you guys come in. You guys will then hopefully be inspired, right? So share a recipe, me create a card, and then I'm sharing Mary's card, and then you guys now hopefully get inspired, and you go and create a card, and then photograph it, and then share it in the comments section of the post that I'm going to be creating in Facebook on the event. Very similar to how we do the Mystery Card Night. So, and just a reminder, Mystery Card Night is coming up on Monday. It's Monday at 6 p.m., you guys. So, just so you know, clue 1 has been shared for Mystery Card Night already. So, all right, we're going on 13 minutes. I'm hoping within another minute or two that this buffering kind of stops. And if not, you guys, I think what I'm going to do is continue. I'm looking forward to this new class concept. I know, isn't this crazy? You guys, I don't know of another demonstrator who's gonna try something like this, but I honestly think that I have never seen anything like this. If anybody has ever seen anything like this, let me know, because I don't want to like act like I'm copying somebody, but I'm curious how this actually goes and takes off. And I know for sure that if I have 4 people, we can at least do this for the next 4 months, right? Which will be cool. So, all right. So I will be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. I hate being put on the spot. I don't hate it, but it's like craft roulette once a month. Oh man. Okay. So get the sweaty armpits and get nervous a little bit, but that's okay, right? I did read through this recipe first, right? Because when you do making a cake or when you prepare something that you're baking, they always say you're supposed to read the instructions first, right? So, hi, Paula Stewart. Good morning from Ohio. You sure make some funny faces when it's buffering, but you are adorable. Oh, that's so funny, Jeannie Parker. I know, right? Jeannie, you're so funny. I got to comment to you and just tell you that because you're a little bit behind me. You're so funny. I see those same faces. I see those same faces. So, too much. Okay. I'm glad that I can make you guys laugh, right? That's what it's all about. Having fun and making you laugh. So, we are on 15 minutes, and I haven't buffered in like 30 seconds, you guys. So I'm very hopeful that this clears up for you. I'm going to comment really quick. It might have just cleared up for me. Have just cleared up. So we might be back on track. No, but you guys are really far behind me. You're at the point where you're looking at the recipe book with me. So that's okay. You're going to just be a little bit behind. But the good thing is that that circly spinny thing is pretty much, I haven't seen it for like 30 seconds to a minute now. So, okay, so that's exciting. So that means that you guys are probably going to be following along, and just know that I might be about 10 or 15 minutes ahead of you. And when you comment, I might not remember 15 minutes ago what I just said. So please, if you're going to comment on something that's like that you want an answer, or if you're like, if it's very vague, I might get confused. Just saying, I do end up getting confused. So it did clear up for a bunch of you. I see Randy and Darrell and Jennifer, Jeannie, it cleared up for us. So that's awesome. So now you guys can watch in peace. And I should have, you guys, I don't know if you heard, but I did try. I was out here. I was ready to hit the button at 1:45, and it like the connection kind of failed. Oh, there's that little fruit fly. The connection kind of failed, and then I had to start all the way over. So anyways, okay, so you guys will hear the whole story about how this came to fruition, and now we're on the point where I read the recipe card. And I'm trying to envision what kind of a card this is, right? Kind of like you guys do. I've heard so many people tell me that it's such a challenge to get this recipe and get all these pieces cut and then to try to put it together. And so I'm like, okay, so clue one, you guys. So I'm doing this. It's like white vanilla cardstock. I need a 4x4, okay? Coordinating pattern paper 1, I need a 4x1. Coordinating cardstock 1, 11x4 1/4. Coordinating pattern paper, a 4x4. And then vellum, a 4x4. And then scraps of whatever I want, right? And then the normal, extra dimensionals, ribbon, bling, Stella. You need focal image cut out for the front and the inside. And you know, like this is where you want to be creative and crafty on your own. Maybe you don't want to use a focal. Maybe you want to use die cuts, or maybe you want to do a label or something, right? Okay, so I'm thinking in my head, well, like, okay, generally I want to get the concept of the layout first, and let's get the paper cut. So I know Linda said it stopped for her as well. Hi, Susan Bellamy. So like what we're going to do first is we're going to get the card base. And so when you guys are cutting paper, I know that some of you are cutting paper with me while I'm live. So I thought, you know what? Let's cut paper live for this card, and I'm not going to cut it ahead of time per se. I did pull things knowing what I thought I wanted to use. And so I did pull out a pack of paper and designer paper. I didn't pull white paper though, but I did cut the vellum for some reason. So you guys, are you ready for class? Are you ready for creating on the fly? Hi, Diane Bogenhagen from Venice, Florida. Whoop, whoop. Not missing the cold at all. I hope you had your old fashioned on the beach and getting some warm weather on the skin. All right, you guys, are you ready to make a card? Hi, Mary Lemke. All right, we stopped freezing. Now you guys are going to be watching about how to get this form, so life is good. All right, so I pulled some things that I wanted to work with, and I wanted to work with a stamp set bundle paper today that is from the Greatest Journey Suite. And I wanted to because I want you guys to be prepared for game night. Game night is, oh man, I don't know the date off the top of my head, but it's coming up very quick. It's April 6th, you guys, game night. That means it's 3 weeks away. And my cards for class are not designed. So in my head, I'm thinking, well, could this card be like a dual purpose? Like if I'm going to do it, I'm going to double dip, right? So maybe I can use this card for one of the game night cards, you think? We'll find out when we're done, but just so you know, I got some positive feedback from people that said, yep, go for it. Go with the greatest journey for your bingo game night class. And I haven't used it yet a lot in this business since January. So I thought, yes, we're going to do it. So that's why I pulled all this stuff, and we're going to just see how it works. Okay. So let's flip the camera down. Let's get crazy and make a card together, you guys. Okay. In case you want to take a screenshot from your phone right now of this. Oh man, we got to talk about this too. For those that want to make this card with me, you're going to need this information, right? So I'm not going to retype all of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of the front and the back of this card, and I will share it in the event on Facebook. I also think I will put it on the event in my website, so that if you go either to my website or the Facebook event, you're going to see Mary's recipe just as it is. But for now, if you want to get started on this, you should take a screenshot on your phone. Yes, you guys, it was buffering for the first 15 minutes. And so now it has cleared up. So that's good. So if you're on your phone and you want to take a quick snap or a screenshot of this, now is your time. I'm going to flip it over and you can see the rest. So if you want to get started working on your card, you could start working on it right now. Okay, you have Mary's information, but just know we're going to go through this as a group too. So first things first, she has clue number 1, and it says vanilla or white cardstock, 4x4. Okay, so I'm going to cut at 4 and by 4. Boom. Then she's got coordinating pattern paper, 1 piece, a 4x1, and she's got another one at 4x4. Okay, so this is where I'm like, I want to use, you guys, I already cut the vellum too, just so you know, I mentioned that there was a vellum 4x4, patterned or embossed or plain, you know, it's your card. Right now it's my card. I can do it however I want to. But she's got these 2 pattern papers to me, and I don't know how they're going to work together, but I did read through, and this is kind of like a quasi book card, you guys. So let's do the cardstock here. So like 1 piece, 11 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to show you why I'm going to do the designer paper the way I'm going to do it. But let's do this. This is our base for our card. And it's at 11 by 4 1/4. So it is going to be your hot dog style, guys. So you have a piece of, this is, hi, Sherry, you aren't buffering here for me. Yes, you guys, it cleared up. The buffering has stopped. Yay, I'm so excited. Okay, and it says, I'm going to skip ahead because I want to show you why I'm going to cut the designer paper the way I am. Says coordinating cardstock 11 by 4 1/4, and it says score the 11 by 4 1/4 on the 11-inch side at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. Okay, so at 5 1/2 is right here, and we want to score it, not cut it off. So gray one for scoring. Hi, Judy Sharp. And then it says 4 1/4. Okay, so this is why I had this hunch. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a book card-ish. Okay, so you've got this, that you've scored it. You can barely see the score lines, but I'm sure that when I fold them, you'll see that they're there. All right, so there's the one, and then here's the other, right? So I'm like, okay, this is looking like a book card, but she's got a little trickery on here, you guys. And I had to read this, and I'm like, what does she mean? And then I had to think, I'm like, oh man, she's making this into a fun fold on top of it being a book card. So she's got turn it clockwise 1/8 of a turn, you guys. And then from the upper left corner to the bottom right corner, you want to score it. So I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Hang on. I'll just read it exactly how she wrote it. Turn clockwise 1/8 of a turn, score upper left corner to bottom 4 1/4 fold line. And I thought, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, so it's like, I get the turning it 1/8 of a turn, right? That's 1/8 of a turn. And to me, I feel like it goes from the corner here, and then it says down to the 4 1/4 fold. And this is the 4 1/4 fold. So I think, like, and I read it as upper LT is left corner, but to me in my head, it's supposed to be the right corner. And Mary, you're watching. Hi, Maria Gilbertson. Like, I think that I have this right. I'm thinking, like, by doing 1/8 of a turn, this, you want this to fold back or this way. But I think it needs to go from this corner to this corner. So we're going to go for it. And so turning it 1/8 of a turn, finding my corner here, and then going to right here, and it's scoring it, you guys. So we're making a nice little fold. All right, something like this. And then this goes like this, and I've done a card like this in the past life of mine. Somewhere in the archives, I remember something like this. I'm gonna burnish this. I'm gonna burnish this. And then this now will fold in like that, right? So it's a card that's gonna stand like this, okay? So that's what I'm gathering. Mary, if you are watching, the LT, I think you meant right, because to me this is the right corner down to that corner, but maybe I'm reading it wrong, but I think I've got it right for what you're trying to accomplish. So now it's saying I still need some more cardstock, right, you guys? So we're kind of like working a little bit weirdly, I get it, but because I have all the clues, so that's why it's different than Mystery Night, I have all the clues to work with, right? So I have my vellum here and my white vanilla. I still need some coordinating pattern paper. And you guys, because I chose to go with this bundle right here, I want to show you guys the Greatest Journey. Yes, so cool. If you guys didn't catch my swap card showcase from a couple weeks ago, you should see the beautiful flower cards that were made with this. Then there's a bunch of dies, and I've already pulled out some dies that I think I want to use, right? So that's where this comes from. And then I pulled out some dots. And then the paper that I picked is this one. So this is, I think, my favorite. Oh, no, it's my favorite. I like this pattern a lot, too. This pattern, you guys, I'm using this in the April monthly class to make this card right here. This is that dark sky. And then this is what was used to look like grass on the bottom. So this is for the monthly class, you guys, in April. So that's coming up next month. But I do like this pattern a lot. There's another one in here that's super cool. So you guys, this is what I'm thinking for game night will be, you'll get a 1/4 pack of this designer series paper, and we're gonna make 4 amazing cards. And I have a hunch that this might be one of them. And this is one pattern. There's that green pattern. This one, I don't know. Hi, Cindy Rentry. That one doesn't trip my trigger so much, but that's pretty workable. I could handle that. And then there is, this one is super cool as well, where you have the green on the one side and the pink on the other side. And then, you guys, this is what we featured for the gnomes class that's coming up. So then you got sunsets and stuff like that. And so the gnomes, this is what we use for the gnomes class, in case you're wondering. Okay, so I did pick this paper. So the recipe calls for a 4x1, which I'm assuming is for right here. And then a 4x4, which I'm guessing goes here. So instead of picking a thanks for sharing on Facebook, Cindy. The other thing too is you guys don't forget to go back and, give me the thumbs up. I think there's only 2. Right now there's 3. Yay. All right. Don't forget to do that. So instead of using 2 different pattern papers, I think what I want to do is have a continuous scene. So I like this section right here for the mountains, and I was thinking about cutting it at 4 by 5 and then cutting off my 1 inch here, and so I have a continuous mountain scene. So that's what kind of went through my head after thinking and studying this recipe card. So I'm going to cut this at 4. Thanks for sharing, Randy. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to cut it at 4 by 5. Oh, there's 15 likes. Isn't that crazy? I only saw 4 on there, or 3. I'm going to be very careful. I really am only going to cut it to 5 as well, because I don't know what I want to do over here. I might want this to be a higher card. So for me right now, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to go to about 5. And then I'm going to cut this at 4. I might go off the camera here, but I'm going to cut on the bottom. I don't usually cut at the bottom, but it makes sense this time. So we're going to do, oh man, hang on, 5. Let's go to 5. I already started to do 4, but that's okay. So we're going to 5, and we're going to go back and do that 4. So this is out now. Now I got to find where I started to cut at 4, which is fine. We're going to go right there and hope that's exactly where it was. Perfect. Oh, I cut the wrong side. Oh my gosh. You guys, I cut the wrong side. Sad face. Oh, man. Okay. This is what happens. It's only paper. Naughty Nancy would say it's only paper. This is not going to work over here unless I make it a backwards card. But I'm not going to make it a backwards card. Okay. Dang it, Bobby. All right. So, you guys, what I really wanted to do was cut off 1 inch right there. And, oh, man. Okay. So, we're going to start over. See, you guys? Cutting paper is hard. I get it. All right. We're going to try this again. Okay. I really wanted purple too. But we could try green. Let's do green. Okay, we're going to do green. We're going to make this for Tyler. Okay. So Tyler saw this paper last night. And he's like, oh, that paper is so pretty. It's your favorite color and my favorite color. And it's like, yup. I love purple and he loves green. So we're going to try this again, you guys. And we're making a green card. We're just, oh man, I wanted to make a purple card so bad. Okay, anyways, see, this is how we have to learn to adapt and adjust. And it's okay. Life goes on. Blah, 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 blah. Like obla-dee, obla-da. Like, you know, like Corky. Okay, so there's that. And we're not going to make the same mistake twice, right? Okay, so, oh, 5 inches, 5 inches. Let's find that 5 inches and get it done and not make that same mistake. Okay. All right. Oh, man, that was nerve-wracking. Now we're going to do a green card. And Tyler, okay, 1 inch. I'm going to flip it this way. We're going to do 1 inch here. Okay. Whew, deep breaths, you guys. Oh, all right. So there we go. Oh, man. All right. That was not so bad. It's okay. It's only paper. At the end of the day, it's only paper. But, gosh, I was picturing purple in my head. We're okay. This will get used for a different card. Like, I might end up, yep, we're going to be okay. Don't even look at it anymore. Sad faces. But now I can't have a purple tent. You guys, I was going to make myself a purplicious tent. But we are going to make a green tent for Tyler. And he will be happy. So we're going to tell Tyler we made a card for him today. Tyler inspired card. Okay. We need to figure out some more things. So we already read clue 2. And we've got our base. Now clue 3 is, let's read through the recipe before we do anything else. It says glue the 4x1 DSP to the left side of the bookend. Oh wait, we missed part of clue 2. Hang on. It says here, open and glue between the 4 1/4 and 5 1/2 score lines, then close to make a card base. Okay, so we can handle that. We're going to put a little bit of glue here. Right there, and that is part of clue 2, so we're gluing that down. And then clue 3 says the 4x1 DSP to the left side of the bookend, and then glue the 4x4 DSP to the front 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 area and refold. Okay, so let's glue this one down, and what she's saying is to glue this down and then refold it. Okay, so let's, I guess when I think about that, I could also assist the situation by putting a score line there, right? So that it does fold a little bit easier. So contemplating, do I do that or because it's on a score line, do you just cut diagonally and cut it and then like butt it right up to those score lines? So that guy's gonna go there. Success, yay. So I'm wondering, how easy is that going to fold on the score line? So we're gonna glue it per her notes. I'm following her recipe, you guys. It says glue the 4x4 down. So what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of glue. I'm going really thin because I don't want it to be too oozy. And I am gonna put it along the whole back here so that it glues it tight and it doesn't buckle. A lot more glue than I would normally do, but we're going for it. Now this goes on here. Get it nice and centered. And use the heat from the fingers. Oh, Jeannie Parker wants to do game night. Yay. All right, I'm going to get a little Post-it note. Oh, and of course I don't have a pen there, but I have a pen right here. Pencil. That's green. That's not going to show up. Hang on. Jeannie, I'm just going to make a note to make sure to get you down for game night. Okay, I got a Post-it note. Life is good. Okay, so that's looking good. And now she said to refold it. So I'm just kind of gently, bently creasing this and using my fingers to help with that score. So I made sure to put glue everywhere because I didn't want it to buckle and pull. And so let's see here. So we're just going to pinch this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put that back. I think we've gotten through clue 3 now. Let's look to see what clue 4 says. Sign me up for game night. Oh, Sherry, yes. Sherry, I have a little to-do for today. To work on all of your April classes. That is on my list, my docket. Susan Bellamy, too, you are on my docket today to go through your list. Leslie McMinn, I have your list, too. All right, so now it says attach the vellum to the card front over DSP2 on the lower right side of the fold line. Hide the glue behind focal image and sentiment that will be added to the front. So she's telling me that I need to decorate the card however I want to, basically. Let's just read clue 5. Thanks for sharing, Jennifer Jones. Let's just read clue 5 and see what it says. Attach a smaller focal image to the inside bottom right quarter with dimensionals. I'm thinking that it doesn't mention here what to do with the 4x4. Got it, Mary. So add game. Oh, Susan adds game night too. Okay, I got you, Susan. I'm assuming that the white needs to get glued on the inside. I don't see it written, but that's okay. I know what to do with white insides. But she did say attach a focal image to the inside bottom right. What I'm picturing is my focal image. I'm going to put the tent way in the corner here, like this, and that gets popped up so that this, when that opens, the tent is going to be down at the bottom. So this is kind of what I'm thinking, is to make a little tent popped up down there. She does have vellum. The vellum is to attach it to the front, so it's going to give it this little frosty look to it. And when you lay it down flat, you still see the mountains. But it says that I could emboss it. So I went back over it here because it says pattern or emboss. And I'm like, what kind of a pattern? I'm phoning a friend. Like at this moment in my head, I'm thinking about just leaving the vellum. Either leave it off, right? Because it will look cool off. Do I put it on and leave it blank? Or do we have a current embossing folder that would look nice with it? I'm just curious. Let me show you what I have planned for the front. Because on the back it says to, like, basically what I read there is decorate how you want. So my plan was to have a hill here, like this. And that was going to be at the bottom. And then there's Tyler here with his lantern. But Tyler's not going to have a lantern. He's actually going to have his little trekking, hiking pole. So let's go ahead and we're going to die cut all of this stuff if we can. What color tent? It can no longer be, it can no longer be purple and black. I think my tent, let's see what colors coordinate with this paper. I'm thinking there's Coastal Cabana, Garden Green, Highland Heather, Mango Melody, Melon Mambo, Polished Pink, Pumpkin Pie, and Starry Sky. Coastal Cabana and Garden Green. I think that's what our tent is going to be, unless that's going to blend in too much. So this tent is going to be in the bottom corner holding this up. I was thinking about a tan. How about a crumb cake? Tyler's tent is tan and green. So let's do crumb cake. And I'm thinking of Diane's card that she did for the Tyler Inspired Swap. And I think she had a tan tent. So let's just check out crumb cake here. A crumb cake tent. And then we're going to do garden green for the little trim of it. And I don't know if that piece is going to be, oh, perfect. Okay. All right, you guys. We are going to get our little mini guy out here, and we're going to do some intense die cutting here. And, did you get it? I said intense, like in the tent, intense. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, I can be so funny. Ha, ha, ha. Just kidding. Not really. You guys, I'm not a dad joke kind of, like, I like dad jokes, but I am not one that knows dad jokes. I only know one joke that I can actually remember off the top of my head. And I learned it when Tyler and I went to New York. New York? Yes, New York. We went to the Finger Lakes area, and we hit a bunch of wineries and all that good stuff. And we had heard a joke that the guy told us, and he said, what did sushi A say to sushi B? And then the answer is, what's up, B? Like, as in wasabi, but what's up, B? Like, and it's like the dumbest joke ever, but that's one of the only jokes that I ever remember. Okay, see, you guys got some entertainment with you today, from me, for you today. All right, I hope I did that right and not backwards. Let's see. So, Tyler's tent is tan, and so we've got the base, all about the base here, and then... So when you guys are going to get the game night class from me, this paper is going to speak like hugely. A lot of the backgrounds I'm going to use those backgrounds. And then you're going to have some die cuts of these silhouettes. And I have Tammy Sokolic on standby that the minute I have these cards designed and the pieces prepped for her for die cutting, she's going to have them back to me by like the week before class, like so they can get kitted up. That'll be good. And in the mail, so like you have your class on time. Now, let's talk about this snow. It's not a snow hill. It's like the silhouette of a hill. We need to tape this. And I was thinking about how we're going to have this hill. And I think it's going to drop off the cliff over there somewhere. And we're going to make it so that it goes up and over. So this is super cool. This is one of the dies that's in this set. But now that I have all that blank space over here, guess what? My little dude, or Tyler, aka, is going to fit right next to here. And then his little hiking pole also is so teeny tiny, you guys, so be careful if you use this. I'm definitely going to put a little of my painter's tape on here to hold it steady. And we're going to put that in here and die cut all of these at the same time. Thanks, Mary Lumpy. I'm so funny, ha ha ha. Let's see what this looks like. I have never used these dies yet, you guys. So it's nice that they get used. Oh, man. So when it sticks to the platform, don't try to use your nails, especially if you're Mary Lemke, because she has none, right? I learned that this weekend. You definitely want to use your pokey tool to get that off of there so that you don't hurt your finger bed, like your nails, right? All right. I think that's it for our die cutting excursions for today. All right. Now, let's see how this looks. Those two things are done. Our mountainous hill should be built. And I'm hoping that that looks... I know we're covering up the trees, but right? We're going to have this awesome, amazing hiker, a.k.a. Tyler. Oh, man. Okay, well, he's like a silhouette. He's going to be here. And you know what we're going to do? We're actually going to take his lantern away from him. I just recut the purple piece and piece the fourth piece together. Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I think at some point I'll use that purple-licious to make something else. So this is going to go in the front. We're going to take, actually, you guys, and I know this is something, I don't know if you know you can do this, but he's holding a lantern, right? Which is cool. Like, that's nice. But Tyler's more of the type of, I'm going to go hiking. And Tyler, honestly, probably wouldn't even use a hiking pole. I would be the one using the hiking pole. I have my hiking poles. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be really difficult because it's such a little area. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of his hand here. Just us a widow bit. So we called Tigger a widow one and a little baby and, you know, all these little names. And we're like, well, what happens when Tigger gets bigger? And I asked Tyler, what are we going to call him? Because we can't call him wee widow one anymore. He's like, we're just going to call him Bigger Tigger. So you guys, I'm prepping his little hiking pole here. We're going to put it so he's holding this. Just like this. All right, so you can attach the hiking pole, cut off the lantern. I'm going to just put this upside down so it can glue for or dry for a second. Hello, Deb Norman from Dubuque, Iowa. All right, so we're done with the lantern. You guys, look at that. So by cutting that, it was the same, you know, that piece of paper, and I got those two things off the side. Super cool. I was so excited when I figured that out. All right, I was trying to phone a friend, you guys, to ask, do I use the vellum or not to use the vellum? Like, that is the question. So I know it says it in the recipe, but I know, like I said, it's my card. Do I want to put the vellum? It kind of looks like a frosty, cloudy day. And then my little dude here, hopefully he's dry now, is going to go in the front like this. And then what's going to happen is this is going to pop up and my tent is going to go in the inside and hold this up. Now, do I want that vellum, or I think I might not do the vellum. The vellum masks and hides my whole background, right? But I cannot wait to see her card to see why she used the vellum. Like, what was Mary thinking of having the vellum over? For me, I personally think that maybe that piece, so this is why I'm teaching you guys mystery card night. When you get going on your mystery card night and you're like, yep, I don't like exactly how she did it, change it. No offense taken. It's your card now. And you guys, Tyler doesn't like Stella. So this is going to be like sacrilegious a little bit, but he doesn't appreciate Stella, and I'm okay with that. So I'm not going to even Stella up my tent. Cindy says no vellum. Okay, good. That's two of us that are on the same page. Now I'm thinking, thanks, Deb Norman. Yep, be sure to hit the thumbs up. I am sure that had I used a different pattern paper that would look, so when we see Mary's card, I bet she'll have something, because she did say on there, pattern or emboss, right? So she's got some sort of a pattern vellum that probably coordinates nicely with her card. But I just put a little bit of the glue on the back of this. No vellum per Maria as well. Okay. Give that a second to glue. All right. Let's look and see what the sentiments were in the stamp set, because we should do a little stamping. Haven't done any stamping yet. Wishing you joy in this next adventure. I'm so inspired by your courage. This moment is the start of something great. You belong among the stars, mountains of thanks. We're in this together. Well, I feel like I want to put we're in this together, but I feel like Tyler's by himself standing here looking into the looking into the horizon by himself. So it doesn't completely show that we're in this together. So maybe I'm going to go with wishing you joy in this next adventure. Oh, this moment is the start of something great. I do like the moon. We are going to pull the moon out and see if, oh, I have used the moon, so that's cool. We're going to do the moon in a certain color. Which one? We're in this together. I might just use we're in this together. There's no person here. I was thinking about, could I stamp a little person on the inside? You belong among the stars. This, you guys, I'm contemplating what do I stamp on the card for Tyler. I'm so inspired by your courage. This moment is the start of something great. I'm just going to put we're in this together. I hope we're in this together, right? So let's do this. All right. So this is going to pop up like this. So I'm safe stamping this up here. And because these are photopolymer, you guys, put other words from another side. You know, yes and no. I agree, Cindy. It's the inside. Yes, Mary, I know it's the inside. I'm going to go with we're in this together, because we're in this life together right now at this moment. And so whatever gets thrown our way, we're in this together. So you know what? I'm going with it from that standpoint, and I'm not going to include myself in this card. It's just Tyler, and that's okay. So we're in this together. And what I want to do for this moon, you guys, I love when they have moons in stamps. I like to do a gray. And I think we're going to pick, I don't know, I think Smoky Slate here. We're going to pick Smoky Slate. We're going to clean off this guy right here. Just go for it, right? And let's take him off and put the moon over Miami on. And we're going to stamp on a scrap paper. And we're going to stamp off. Oop, I hardly got any ink on there. Let's try that again. I'm going for second strength. And we're going to put the moon at second strength up in the sky. Up high, like that. All right, so that was a grayish color. It was officially Smoky Slate, but any grayish color would work. Cut another hiker. So I thought about cutting, oh, ha, 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 ha. Okay, you're right, Susan. Because it's a silhouette, okay, that's my mountain. I can't cut from there. It's a silhouette. I can actually flip it around the other way and put the hiker on the inside. Yes, okay, you're right. You're right. I'm going to flip it around. See, this is teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, we're going to put me on the inside. So I got that set there for the moment. We can put this stuff over here. And this I'm going to glue on the inside. And we're going to pop our tent up. Oh, it's our tent. Ha, ha, ha. See? And then this is going to get popped up with the dimensionals. Just like that. We are skipping the vellum, Mary. I hope you're not offended. I don't think you will be. The general consensus was not to have, I'm going to put it right in the corner. We're going to put it right about, you know what I want to do? I want to make grass down there. Hang on, let's make some grass. Let's just see here if we can make some grass on the fly. I know I've just glued it in, but I got a garden green ink pad. I like things to be grounded, and it looked weird, you guys. It looked weird to me to have the white out from underneath. So I think what we're just gonna do is put a little color down here to actually look like we're sleeping in a tent where there's actually a little cushion from grass. Oh, we need more. Hang on. We got to grow a little more grass really quick. Hang on. There. How about that? Then that goes in the corner. I'm going to gently set that down. I'm going to get it as close away as I can because that's going to catch right there. And that'll be good. And I'm going to be standing in the grass too, I think. So hang on, let's put a little more grass and continue we're going to put some sod down really quick over here. There. So we got a nice cushiony landing. Okay, we have grass, we have mountains, we have a tent. We're sleeping under the stars tonight. We need to make another hiker, AKA Chris, right here. Let's see what happens. Because it can go reverse, reverse. I think take this in order, otherwise it's gonna jump around like that. Will be good. Oh, this is fun watching me. Good. This is what it's all about. Hi, Susan Ray Hendricks. You're not too late. We're just in the middle of making a Tyler-inspired card, actually. Wouldn't this be awesome if I make these all Tyler-inspired cards and then I end up once a month making him a card? He'd be like, what's wrong? You are actually giving me a card that you make? Isn't that funny? Like, we make all these beautiful cards and then I can't remember the last time I gave Tyler a card. I need to give him a card. So what's awesome, I'm going to leave the lantern like it is, because I need the lantern to get around to go to the bathroom at night, right? So I need to see where I'm going to go pee, right? So I get the lantern, he gets the hiking pole, and then this little girl with the backpack is going to go right in the middle. Yeah, I like it. And then, yeah, I mean, you're going to see her feet down there, but that's okay. So we're going to she gets Stella, though, because I like a little Stella in my life. So she's going to get a little bit of Stella, just to make her look iridescent and illuminesque and like she's very glowing. It's the word I was looking for. All right, so we're gonna glue her backwards, you guys, right? So that she's facing the tent, right? That's important. I mean, if she was going pee, she'd probably be facing away from the tent, but we're gonna put her right on the edge here. Like she's coming up to the tent to see what's going on. Okay, we're in this together. We got this going on. Now, we decided not to do the vellum, and we are gonna put Tyler on the front like this. And I like to have a little bit of dimension in my life. So let's see if I've got any black dimensionals opened up. I don't think so. So we can reach on back and get a new set of black dimensionals. And I grab the little guys, they're in the back. And we're gonna pop up the top of the hill, and we're gonna glue the bottom of the hill flat. We got a little bit of height at the top here. All right, so you guys, how many of you have made a card like this? How many have not? And this is new to you. Oh, I'm gonna just put that in here. And how many are inspired to want to make a card like this? Because it really wasn't that difficult. All right, we're gonna put a little glue up the edge there. So here's my question. Do we want a card like this for game night? And are you guys gonna be okay scoring your own that way? I'll score it for you at the 4 1/4 and 5 1/2, but if you guys could score your own, that would save me a little bit of time and agony on my end. This could potentially be one of your bingo cards or lucky game night. So I do game night on Thursday, and Lucky Hand in person is on Wednesday. And this is the same set we use for both. But would you like a card like this? And he's up here. We're going to pop him up as well. So let's grab them back. We're going to put a little dimensional at the top. And we're going to glue his feet and plant them on the rocks here. You know, the other thing I thought was maybe I shouldn't have used black for my rocks. Maybe I should have used... Okay, here's my question. Maybe it should have been gray granite. I guess I'm not sure. It's kind of late now to switch this up, but should it have been gray? Oh, Sherry could score her own. Perfect. Especially if I show you guys how to score it. And actually, I want that to be double stacked. So we're going to make his feet are planted. We're going to put one more, a double stuffed Oreo right back here. Except for it's got chocolate filling instead of vanilla filling. So there, we're going to double stack that. And, okay, so I brought over here this bling for the inside, but I'm starting to feel like we need stars in the sky. And the stars in the sky that I'm thinking, all right, Deb could score her own. I might not do this. I got to figure out if I like this color black. Because to me, I want to have one more layer. I love my layers, you guys. I feel like I would have wanted this DSP on another colored mat and then on the card, and same here. And then I would have maybe made this gray granite because rocks to me are gray granite, but it's a silhouette too. So, right, so maybe the black's okay. But I'm thinking about not putting any ribbon on this card because, and it does say you could use ribbon, but it's a Tyler card, and so Tyler is not all about ribbon. But I was thinking about getting some white gemmies to put for the some stars in the sky. So one moment, I'm gonna go grab something. All right, so I went and found a couple different things. And oh, so Cindy said to cut another set of rocks with gray and glue it over the black, but leave an edge of black rock showing. Okay. Let's see. I was thinking gray granite because gray granite had a nice, like, earthy tone to it. And let's see here if I can get a scrap. Here's a scrap. And we can see what it looks like. We're gonna just put this something like that. I'm gonna cut it. We can always trim it shorter. I gotta get the right curvature here. So it's gonna be something like that, I think. We're just gonna see. If I was doing this, I would cut them both at the same time if I was doing it over, because cutting them at the same time gives you the same outline. So let's just see what the gray granite looks like, you guys. We've got a little time here. Let's just see. I'm going to do it both at the same time, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's grab. One moment, please. I need to get my cutter. I just set it down back here. And I'm just going to cut. What size is this? This is 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches. Let's cut this I cut it at 2 by 4, so that's good. So let's cut this at 2 by 4 and 2. So this is what I mean. I would have done this at the same time so that they have the same outline, and then you just have the edge. Gray granite, sponge the edge slightly with black. Okay, we're gonna see, because that could work actually too, versus cutting 2 pieces of paper. So these, you want to get your gray lined up here. And what you have to do is run both of these at the same time. We just did a card. What card? Oh, for class tomorrow at Thursday night. This is exactly what we had to do for here. We had to put the gold at the same time as the DSP, and then we cut them at the same time, and then one just goes up and one goes down. So that is Thursday night's class. So let's put, oh, we need a plate. Hang out under my armpit here. Let's get this locked and loaded in here. I'm gonna try to hold this so it doesn't, oh, see, and that's one thing that I know you gotta make sure they don't move. So I'm gonna roll that tape over the edge too to help hold it. There we go. Let's see how this works. All right, got my arm workout going here for this. I will tell you, this little mini does come in handy when we want to do this stuff. All right, so let's see how this cut. I just want to see, you guys, we're testing the waters here, because we were talking about having gray be at the front here, the forefront. Well, actually, I did that pretty good. But this way I wouldn't have to recut it. So let's just see here. So this is what it looks like, you guys, with a little gray, or gray with a little black. Oh, see, we have this little corner here, so that would need to get cut down a little bit. So I guess my question is, do you like the gray mountain? Or here's gray. And then what Deb was saying is that you could just sponge color over the top of that. And the stamps themselves, let me see where they went. I don't think there's anything. Oh, you guys, the stamps got to be right in front of me. There's this. Oh, here they are. I don't think there's anything like rock related on here. So I guess we've got options. Like, this is where you guys, this is when it comes to designing, you have to play with things and see what is more cohesive when it comes to the colors of things. Like, I'm actually like digging, now that I see the gray, I feel like the gray is too light and it gets washed out. Whereas this is your black. It brings around the border. It's the silhouette of the mountains. And you've got that in the inside. That is how that goes. So it's okay. I'm good with it, but I'm digging this. And then for my stars, what I found is the white set here. And there's these little baby, teeny tiny little white ones. And I thought having some of those in the sky might be cool. But then I pulled diamonds. You guys, the rhinestones are always classic. They are always amazing. And they make great stars in the sky too. And the class that what was I thinking? We just did a class that, like, this is what we did. This one, we added the little white ones to this to make it look like more stars in the sky. So that's where we use those white ones. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, Dab, you like the all black better too. Sandy likes the silhouette look. Yeah, you guys, okay, so we're all on the same page. Like that. And I like here how the mountains come down like that. And then that comes down like that too. So it's like we're up at Pikes Peak, or we're up at, where were we? In Zion National Park, up at that big peak. That's what I'm picturing here. I'm phoning a friend, you guys. Yes, Sherry Everett likes the black as well. And then Carissa likes the all black. Okay, see? It was, but you need to do things like this, you guys. You need to do things like this to see if you like it or not, because otherwise you might question it. All right. What about a vellum hill? So it gets washed out a little bit by adding the vellum over the top of, you know, okay, so instead of having, you're saying instead of black, having the hill, I think it would get like lost in there. So, yeah, but oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Now I'm back to the gems here. I'm thinking about putting, I don't know, I think the white ones or the silver ones. This is you guys, embellishing is always kind of the hardest thing to figure out in the end. Where do you put I know the struggle is real with where do you put in the embellishment. So we're going to put that, or you know what, we can play with this. Thanks, Mary Lemke. Here is, see, with embellishments, if you don't stick them down. Oh man. Can you guys see that? There's the diamond in the sky. And otherwise, there is a white star in the sky. Like, to me, the diamond is what's drawing my name. And what I would do is put a couple of them up in the sky like that. It's like he's looking up at the northern lights, and it's like the bear up there or something. Or the little, how do you make the little dipper? Oh my gosh, hang on, you guys, wait for it. Wait. Let me think about this. We need a handle. Hang on. Okay, these are the smallest little gems I have, but does that look like the dipper? It's like, wait, do we need to look up the dipper? Hang on. Oh, Cindy says white. Okay, I can switch that out really easily. You guys, I'm curious though. Let's look up the little dipper though. This is why you go to the internet, the Google, and look it up. Little dipper, oh, dipper, okay. And then we go to images in the constellation. Oh, there we go, okay. So we've got the handle. My handle's a little bit too high, so we can adjust this as necessary. And I thought of this, you guys, because when I did a card from Hawaii, Tyler had me put Kauai, Oahu, Maui, and the Big Island with the size gems that we needed. So, and then that connects to that like that. I think we need that one for the bottom. But there's 1, 2, 3. There's a fourth one here. Hang on. We got to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this goes up. Hang on. So you guys go to, consult and phone a friend. Let's see if that looks, oh man, I lost this little guy. Hang on. We need this guy right here. I know, isn't this guy getting too literal on a card, guys? Oh man. Okay, there's that. Queso like cheese, right? Queso. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 goes up. 1 is here. And then we need 1 more. Now that looks stupid. I think it looked better when it was actually a handle. Ha ha ha. Like the way I had it. So we're going to go like. I don't know, you guys. I'm trying here. I gotta just rearrange my wares a little bit, and then we might be okay. This goes off of the bottom one. Oh, you guys, have you ever pulled up the phone to like look at actually how something looks so that you could put it on your card? Okay, we need to utilize the pig tool here. It's close. This like needs to come back down over here. But I got one on my finger here. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where that gem went. It was on my finger. Okay. All right, I'm trying. I might rearrange that slightly, but it's supposed to be the Little Dipper, you guys. Or whichever. Yeah, the Little Dipper goes that way. I got to get my angling better, I think. Because when I look at this, it curves over this guy right here. He's like that more. He's up there. Like that. It's like I got to angle it more. And then I think we'll be okay. So, and Tyler's going to be like, what is that? No, I think he'll figure it out right away. Like that I was trying to go for the Little Dipper. So when we went to Utah last year, you guys, we saw the northern lights very faintly from this where we were staying. And you could see the Little Dipper. So he might think of our Utah trip when he sees this card. Oh, I knew that last one here. Okay, did you guys enjoy this? I'm getting to the point where I'm not sure. It's, oh man, these stones. I gotta get you. I'm gonna finagle with this a little bit more, you guys, but something like that. I feel like I got too much of a straight line going on here, but I'm gonna finagle with my Little Dipper. It's being a Little Dipper at the moment, and I gotta show it who's boss here in a second. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Stars only, not the Dipper. Oh my gosh, looks too girly with that bling. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh man. Okay, well, what about if they were white? You guys, I was going on this, that they were good. But you guys are saying use the white. It needs to be upside down as it pours into the Big Dipper. Well, Jiminy Crickets. Okay. Well, I can take these off. It's okay. I really had in my head, you guys, look at these comments are rolling in. The gems are too big to make the Dipper. Deb says she agrees. Okay. You know, you guys, we're just going to have a couple, and you say white, so we can do this. This is what it's all about. We can take these off because I was just having fun making the Little Dipper, you guys. I was going on a little roll with my Little Dipper. You guys are saying white, so we're going to put a white one up in the sky, and then we're going to put a little guy next to it, and then there's a whittle one, and we're just going to put some stars in the sky. How's that? Less girly? We've got some stars in the sky, and if you're not, we can make them higher. Oh, you're Cindy, you're okay. This is a community card at this point. I'm going to tell Tyler we made a card together for him today. You guys don't ever have to apologize. This is fun for me. I just was so engrossed in looking at the Little Dipper that I wasn't watching your comments, and had I been watching them, I would have seen them. But you're right. We need it less girly, less blingy, because Tyler doesn't appreciate that so much, right? Use a white pen to add dots to the Little Dipper and add white gems. Oh, I have an idea, you guys. You might not realize this, but there is this in here. This little guy right here, and I might be going out on a little whim here, but this little guy right here stamps stars. And if you stamp them in white, we might, I'm gonna go for it, you guys, because I think you're gonna see something that's really cool. I have to go get the white ink pad. I'm gonna move these off. I'm gonna put them right here for the moment. You guys, we're not done. We're going to stamp a few stars in the sky, and we're gonna come back to our white. It's okay. We're gonna come back. That little guy's gotta come off. If your stick ever stays on your card, you just gotta get it off and put it right back on here. We're gonna leave that set up. I'm gonna go get the white ink pad. Hang on. So we just did let's just stamp on what day? Monday. And we used those stars to stamp on the top. And so I'm doing this. I'm going for it. These are, so Krista gave me this idea. I'm not going to emboss. I'm just going to, so just to show you guys what this does is it's going to lightly put some stars in the background. I don't know if you can see that, but so we're not going to go all over the place. We're just going to add, oh man, you can't even see it. Nope, you really can't even see it. Yep, you can't see it. Okay, so this is where if you, okay, you can't even see where I stamped those stars. All right, we tried. So Deb, you would have the right ticket on that one. If you would emboss this and then pour white powder over, you would be able to see them. So, hi Connie Davison. Wow, found you in the live Minnesota in the house. Yay! All right, so this is what we're back to, guys. We are going to go with 3 stars in the sky. Tyler's looking up at them and dreaming of cats or something. I'm not sure. No, Tigger. That he misses Tigger because he's away from home. All right, I think we got it. But you guys, this is what, usually if you stamp white on something darker like that with the stars, you can see them. It's super cool. But yes, definitely doesn't work on light paper like that. But I think we're back to this, and I think we're good. I think it's time to open up Mary's card. Don't you think so? I think we can call this one good to go. Covers on, tight. All right, so this would be a potential game night card. If you guys would like to do this one for game night, let me know. That folds up like that. So let's see if this is anywhere near Mary's card. And she actually gave me 2 of them. So again, you guys, if you want to try to recreate this card before I have a moment to take a picture of this recipe card, here is what she's got for the front side. And then here's the back side. And Sandy Wicklander or Kathy Stewart, you guys are next. I need your recipe card back. So you are the next 2 that I sent recipe cards out to. It says, do not open till after class. And so she had it taped shut like that. And then this is what she has. Okay, so she used Playing in the Rain. And now I see what she did with her vellum, you guys. So she took her vellum and she embossed it with the raindrops. And on the back side, you can see her designer paper is raindrops. So it really is more cohesive. Where my vellum on the front of this didn't work so good. She has her 1-inch strip of Dainty Delight designer paper on the side. And she decorated it with some of that Gnomes ribbon from last year. It was the blue with the white. A little trinket up here. So the rule with this, you guys, is when you send me your card, it has to be Stampin' Up! Product. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I love Stampin' Up! Products. That's what I'm trying to promote and market. And so if you fill out this recipe card and you send me a card, it's Stampin' Up! Products only, meaning retired or current, that I don't care about, but I don't want to be showing off other brands of stuff when I'm trying to promote Stampin' Up!, right? So that is the rule that I have with when you send me your card back. So like the Dainty Delight is just newly retired, and the spring trinkets, I can't remember if they carried over or not, but the Playing in the Rain little dude here is that set bundle should be coming back by the end of the month. And then when you open this up, she's got some rain. Oh, look at that. And a little flower here. And then it pops up. She's got that propped up. The main thing when you do this, you guys, you got to pop that up so that it has something to catch on. And so that is her card. And Cindy says, don't forget the thumbs up. And then, so you guys, I've got Kelly on standby creating me a graphic. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. And this is a special card for me. I got Kelly on standby with a special graphic for you guys to share your cards. Ooh. Here's the bee paper and the hive embossing folder. And she's got the 1x4 strip here. The background, let's see. Oh, so she used the same, right? Continuous piece pretty much. And then she's got the bee set here. And she stamped a flower. Thanks for touching my life with your special friendship. Yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie stamp set. And then she's got her flower glued flat on the side. And she popped it up over here. And there we go. Thanks, Mary. Very pretty. And that is Pale Papaya with that is the retired bee paper from Heart and Home. I was going to say Hearth and Home, but then I said I think it's Heart and Home. Very pretty. So you guys have 3 different samples using this one layout so that you can get inspired and make something of your own. If you're wondering where you're going to share the pictures of your cards, you need to go to Facebook. And at the moment, you're probably going to find it in past. So go to cards. Let's go to Cards by Christine. You're going to have to find events. I find them generally in About nowadays, I think. Go down here, events. And here it is. It's actually right here. Share a recipe, create a card. It's happening right now because I must have had it for 2 hours. And then in here, and it's not here yet, but you're going to click on discussion. And in here, this is the video. There's going to be a graphic that says share your beautiful creation here. And in the comments is where you're going to share your card. And then what I'll have Kelly do is, I'm not sure when I'm going to do the drawing, but I'm going to have Kelly pull the names of anybody who shares. I think we'll have to set a deadline, and that deadline will be in here. And I'm thinking we're not going to wait till next month to draw the winner because a month for it is a long ways away. But what I think we'll do is say next week, Thursday is the 23rd, which is by the Bay class. And maybe after by the Bay class. You guys would have until like the 22nd. So about a week to get your cards created and submit them. And then we'll pick a winner or two, depending on how many people submit cards. And we'll go from there. So I think that sounds fair. If you guys have a month, you'll take a month to do it. And then it just drags out. So, and again, this class is all dependent upon you, the viewer, because I'm not going to make any cards unless I have a recipe card. So I had been mentioning that this was Mary Lemke's, Sandy Wicklander and Kathy Stewart both had cards sent out to them about a week and a half ago. And then Millie Kindle's went out in the mail on Monday. So I have some coming back. If I get like 10 of them, like let's say I get like a bunch of people, we're going to add on another time, right? So right now we're doing this once a month, and it's always the morning of when I have the monthly class. And then if I need to add another one, we will add another one somewhere in there. And I'll figure that out. If there's a high demand, we'll do more. Okay? I think. Okay, that's the plan. So there's some Wednesday morning stamping for you guys. All right. So what do I have next? At 1 p.m. I have the monthly class, and at 6 p.m. I have the monthly class. And in the middle is working on stuff. I have a whole, let's see if I can show you guys. I'm going to unplug, let's unplug this, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to switch over to this camera. I'm going to show you guys what I have coming up, or what I'm working on. So, okay, don't, keep your eyes shut if you get dizzy, but this is what I got. I've got some of these caddies, you guys. I got a couple people that need to get these caddies. Those are going out, and this is all my mail. Mom's coming over at 3 o'clock today. We've got that little pile, and then all of these are card classes that Mom and Sharon Paralez and I kitted up yesterday. So look at all these different piles are going to different people. And so yeah, that's what Mom's helping me between 3 and 5. We're gonna get all this in the mail today. So if you have any upcoming classes that you're taking with me, this is By the Bay, this is Ink, Paper, Scissors, Regency Park, and it is the Technique Club class. Feline, there's your pile right there. Ooh, ooh. All right, so let's get back over here. You guys, this is my little nook where I do all my lives in case you haven't seen behind the skirt. So let's flip this back. All right. All right, cool beans. So you guys got a little sneak peek. So, Mary Lemke, she loves the Dipper, and the Dipper is gone. The Dipper said bye-bye. 3 little stars is perfect. You're right, you guys. There was too much bling on there for Tyler. I did get excited and carried away with the little Dipper. I thought, oh, he's going to love it because it's just like a Hawaii. So, all right. So, on a side note, if you haven't signed up for game night is coming up. We said April 6th or 7th. It's whatever the Thursday is, like in 3 weeks. I'm going to be working on designing the cards tomorrow. And as soon as I have them designed, you guys will be the first to see them. Hopefully, the plan will be to show them during class tomorrow night. Online class is $42. It includes a quarter pack of paper, some sort of embellishment, and a ribbon. Not sure what yet. And we'll make 4 cards. And then I use some of your registration fee to buy prizes. And they are usually bundles. At the moment, I think I have 6 people signed up. If I have 50 people signed up, I usually do 5 bundles. But the prizes all depend on how many people sign up, because I take about $6 from everybody's registration and then accumulate that, and then that's what I use to buy prizes, and then 5 people will win them. So if you have done a game night with me in the past, it's like the same drill, just using different products. And if you've never done a game night and you're uncertain of what it's all about, you just let me know. Basically, you pick 5 lucky numbers between 1 and 30, and I call off those numbers, and the first person to get all 5 numbers called wins one of the prizes. If there are 2 people that have the same, get lucky, game night or get the lucky numbers on the same number, then we do drawing. So Connie, is your studio in your home? My studio is attached to my house. So I added on 1,700 square feet back in March or in 2020. Started in March of 2020 and we finished it in December. And so I've got attached to my house now a mudroom. My garage is now attached. It used to be detached, and now I have 750 square feet here that is attached to my house, but not my house. It's definitely not my house. I don't live in here. Oh, some might think that I do. I do spend an awful lot of time in here, but I don't technically sleep in here. I don't think I've ever slept in here. Nope, can't say that I have. Sandy, I'll definitely get you signed up for game night. There are a bunch of people that need your April lists from me, and I will be working on them today to make sure that I get your April list of all the classes you want to take. I'll get you signed up for all that. So, Connie Davison, are you $1 million achiever? No, I'm not there yet. I just hit my $500,000 in January, actually. So $500,000 was in January. So how long have I been doing this Stampin' Up? Well, I have been a demonstrator since October. Oh, you guys, I had March in my mind. October of 2013. I didn't run it actively as a business until probably 3 years later. I started having classes. It took me 3 years to really officially have classes. So, yeah. So when I'm working on, I have my 10-year anniversary, you guys, this year. I will be with Stampin' Up 10 years, October 13th to October 13th of 2023 or October 10th, something like that. So this is my 10-year anniversary year. So yay to that. I use Stampin' Up products since 2021, you guys. I have been a Stampin' Up tried and true gal for the last 22 years. So I love Stampin' Up products. I absolutely do. I just found how they, just look at that, you guys. I pulled out a stamp set, I pulled out paper, and everything coordinates so nicely. It's so easy to create with how their coordination is. So it's awesome. Deb Normans will be definitely signing up once you get the info out. People will be signing up. Yes. So you guys, the information is out there. Oh, maybe it's not. You're right, Deb. I don't think I've created it on my website yet. I don't think I have. If I go to my events calendar and I toggle over to April, I do. Okay. I do have information out there, you guys. If you go to my calendar of events for April 6th and you click on Stampin' Game Night, I literally just figured out that it's going to be the journey like 3 or 4 days ago. So it does say here, Stampin' Game Night and Card Workshop featuring. I need to update that to say Greatest Journey with Cards by Christine. All of the details are pretty much in here, except for I got to update the name of the stamp set. But RSVP by March 27th, featuring, I got to add the Greatest Journey. The amount is in here. Like if you're doing porch pickup versus mailing, that's in here. So if you want to get an extra set of the cards, there's an option for that too. So you guys, the information's in here. You can go ahead and already pay for it on the website. So I did notice that I have the wrong price on here for porch pickup. It's supposed to be $37, not $35. I'll go in there and update that right now. But for mailing, you guys, it's $42. If you pay via my website, it always charges a convenience fee for having the convenience of using a credit card. And so that's why the prices are slightly higher when you go to checkout. But you can always pay me in a different way outside of my website if you like to. Mary Lemke had a great time at the Hive. Need to plan another trip. Yes, you do. All right. It's not on Facebook. That is correct. So Deb Norman, it is not on Facebook. I do not put things on Facebook until I have a cover photo. So if you guys, I generally put my skeleton calendar out there on my website. You guys, my website is my holy grail, I guess, for me. If you're looking for something, always go to my website first. cardsbychrisb.com. It's right here, cardsbychrisb.com. You go there first. I have my skeleton calendar out there pretty much through April, right? So if you look at March, it's all out there. If you look at April, it's all out there. But if you get to May, I haven't gotten that far yet. But some of these classes are not set up, and they are not set up on Facebook until I have a cover photo. But like if you go to my event here, it's out here, but it has cards under construction. And I don't like to put that out under Facebook until I have a cover photo. So always I have the skeleton calendar out here on my website. And then once the cards are created, photographed, cover photo made, that's when they're shared to Facebook. So I would not look at Facebook first. If you're looking for future classes, always go to my website. You'll see the real deal out there. So yeah, I have classes like Mystery Card Night. This class, did the Paper Pumpkin. all the skeletons are actually out there through the end of the year, actually. So, all right, you guys, I think we did it. We did it. Oh, so this is how far behind I am watching, you guys. I'm at the point where I'm just showing Mary's card. So some of you that started watching when the buffering stopped, you caught it right, I think, right away, I think. Okay. All right, you guys. I don't see any more questions. It's been fun. Keeping it real, you guys. Stamping on the fly. Whoop, whoop. So I hope you enjoyed this very, very, very first session of Share, Create, and Inspire, because we share a recipe, create a card, and then we inspire others. Thank you to Mary Lemke for being the very, 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 very first participant and sharer of her recipe card. We truly appreciate you helping us get this ball rolling, Mary. I look forward to doing many of these classes with you guys over the future. Hopefully it inspires you to make something pretty with something that you have at home already. I always love a great sale. If you guys need anything from Stampin' Up, you know, I don't mind the sale at all, but I always love it when you can find something in your stash of supplies that you already currently own and are inspired to use it, just like we do in Mystery Night. And don't forget, Mystery Night is Monday night. You guys need to have your Clue 1 products, materials ready to go. Or get them ready right when I'm going through class, and that's okay. And then tomorrow night, you guys, we have the monthly class. And then on Friday morning, I just remembered at 10 o'clock, we're doing another live. It's the kaleidoscope class, the kit class called Colorful Kaleidoscope. Yep, I've committed to not only 2 new classes in March, but I'm sorry, not only 1 new class in March, but 2. Every month we're going to be doing a kit class. And then this is the new Share, Create, Inspire class. So, oh, you guys, we just keep doing more stamping together, which I don't think you mind at all. So, all right, I'm going to get to work, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. I'm going to count to 10 just in case this does cut out early, because sometimes it does do that. But I'm going to count to 10. So just know if you need to get going on something, now's the time. But otherwise, I'm going to count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do this because it cuts out early sometimes. And lots of love and hugs to you guys. Love you long time. Bye. I'm still going to wait 3 more seconds because yesterday or